Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna be showing you how to make this fluffy hat, like this example here. And just before I start the video, I just want to make sure to say this. If you have never made UGC or never used Blender like at all and you don't know like the hotkeys and stuff, please go to this YouTube channel and watch the Blender 4.0 tutorial. Or whatever one that what Blender version you have. I have the newest one, so I've watched this one, but there's also older ones for the old versions, but you should just get the newer version. Another channel you should check out is Simply a Lemon. She posts a lot more consistently than I do, obviously, since I have no videos yet, or I guess this will be my first one on UGC, but she has amazing tutorials. She has like a really good hood one that she posted. So yeah. And if you want a tutorial for any of these, for example, or like anything like a hood, a plushie, a backpack, these are basically just the same thing but with straps. So if you want a backpack tutorial, just let me know. Okay, hi, sorry, don't mind the background. I forgot to say this, but please join the Discord in the description. It is currently a designing Discord, but I added UGC channels. There's one where you can ask questions if you get confused at all in any of my tutorials. You can ask there. There's a channel to push to UGC to like show it off. So yeah, come say hi. Okay, now we're in Blender. Just click off any pop-ups and press A and X to delete everything. And then for this tutorial, we're going to need additional things, more options here. So we're going to go to Edit, Preferences, and then go to Add-ons and type in Extra, and then add both of these. Okay, once you do that, go in front face mode by pressing this Y up here. And import your rig or your character model. I have one in the description. Okay, once you have it in here, you're gonna wanna press your crosshair about like right here and do Shift A, go to mesh and add a round cube. Over here in this options, click this and change the radius to 1. And I'm just gonna move this down so it's like this. And I'm gonna just move this out of the way. Okay, now you're gonna press tab to go into edit mode and then hold down Z and go over to wireframe. You want to select this bottom half here and do X and then click vertices and then cut this half in half, X vertices. Then you can hold down Z and go back into solid mode and add a mirror modifier over in this wrench. Now you can press tab to go back into object mode and move it around and shape it to your liking. Okay, now you can add any ears you want. I'm just going to do a really quick ear using Shift A and then adding a round cube again. So to make this look better, I'm just going to go into sculpt mode and use the drag tool to shape it. Once I'm finished, I'm just going back into layout mode, selecting my ear and adding a mirror modifier. Now if you notice it's like not in the right spot, just grab this eyedropper and click on the hood. Shift A and add a meta ball, and I'm just going to scale it and put it so it's right in front of the and using the scale tool to make it thicker. Now I'm going to press the Z to go to the top of the screen, and then I'm just going to do Shift D and copy and paste this around and using R to rotate it. Shift and click this side, just not the first two. I select them all, I'm gonna do Shift D and then click and move it by doing using this arrow or doing G, X and moving it out of the way. Then I'm gonna right click it, go down to mirror and do X global and then move it in. If you click on it, if you click somewhere on the gray line and right click it, go to convert to and then mesh. So now your balls are a mess, so you can't really, edit them if you want. Okay, now I'm going to be making a bow to add onto my hat. So I'm just going to move over here, put the crosshair here. So it'll place here, do Shift A, mesh, round cube. Okay, and I'm going to go into sculpting mode and go back over to my thingy. I'm going to use the move tool and kind of shape this into a bow shape. Okay, once I'm done, I'm going to add a new round square, what the heck it's called right here. Round cube. And make it smaller and then edit it a little bit in sculpting mode. Duplicate this by doing Shift D and then moving it over, right clicking, mirror X global, and then sizing it up. Now once I'm done, I'm just going to join everything together and make it thinner. I'm going to right click this and shade smooth. Now you see these issues here and okay, so this one has messed up normal, so I'm just gonna go into edit mode. To check this, by the way, you go into face orientation. If anything's red, you have to change it. So I'm gonna go in here, click L over this side, Alt N, and flip it. Now you see there's little shading issues, so I'm gonna go down to data, normals, and turn up the auto smooth. I like this side more because I smushed it in, so I'm just gonna turn this around, do R180, do R Z180. There we go. Now I'm just gonna make it smaller and put it on our hat. Okay, now I'm just gonna click on the hood, shade smooth, and same as the ears. Now this one, I'm just gonna turn up the auto smooth. And now we have a really cute hat. I'm going to show you how to unwrap it and texture it. So if you want to just leave it like this with no face, then you could just go to the next step. I'll put a timestamp on the screen. But if you do want to add a face, I actually don't color on Blender. So I do not know how to draw on the hood, like the face on the hood. So I do it 3D. If that's not how you want to do it, then I'm sorry. You probably have to find another video. But that's just how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to import my face, but you can easily just I'll actually show you what I do. So I'll add a metal ball, or a UV sphere, sorry, not a metal ball, and add the segments to 20 and the rings to 10. And I'll go into edit mode, wireframe. I'll delete this half, and then I'll also delete this half. So I just have one row of vertices. I'll click A and then click F, and if you go back to solid mode, you'll see that it's now it's called a face basically. Pressing F makes a face. So I have this flat thing, and I'll make it smaller and rotate it and stuff to make a eyes, for example. And then I'll show you one of my things have eyes that go out like this. So I'll extrude it. And then you could extrude each vertex by pressing E. Sorry, I'm really stuffy. And then merge the two connecting ones by pressing M at center. And then select all of these. And then press F. And oops, I forgot to click this one. It's not. Oh, I'm not clicking that. What the heck? Okay, anyways, that's not. Oh, what the hell's going on? Okay, it did work. It's just angled really weird. Okay, anyways, so I'm just gonna delete it. Okay, so now that you see what I'm talking about, wow, the hell did I do? Anyway, so that's what I do, and then I'll just unwrap this and color it adds its own texture. I'll show you how to do that actually. I'll just move this over, put it on there somewhere. I'll just set it on here like if it's like a cyclops or something. I'm just gonna leave it like that. And actually this could be cute, so I'm gonna delete this. I'm just holding down shift to select multiple and then pressing X and then vertices. Okay, now that we're done modeling it, I'll show you how to unwrap and texture. Also, if you wanted to add like a mouth, I just use like a plane. So mesh plane. Let me rotate it so I can see it. Wow, that's really something. And I'll make it really small, and I'll just press, I'll go into edit mode and select these two vertices and do E. And I can like draw like a mouth. This isn't obviously a mouth shape, but you know what I mean. Or you can delete all the vertices except for one, and then use that to like make a mouth shape. And connect the two ending ones by pressing M, and then select them all and do F. So now you can have like a kind of mouth shape. Yeah, and if there's like the movement thing is like not on the thing, so that happens after extruding and just other stuff, just right click, set origin to geometry, whatever it's called. Make sure you have all the modifiers like clicked. Oops. So it'll show a little like wrench up here if you need to apply. Okay, yeah, so I need to flip this. So just go into edit mode, Alt N. It's gonna go in edit mode, click L to select it all. And then do Alt N. Triangles. So we're a little bit above the limit though, but it's 4K. So what I like to do is I'll just like decimate the ears. Metal balls bring up your tricount a lot. That's why people don't use it, but it's just easiest for me. So that didn't really make a difference in the shape, but it did lower this. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll just decimate these. These you can get down quite a bit because it's like you can tell 4,000 of it is just the metal balls. So probably decimate it enough. Like this brings the total down to 1,000. So like you can just barely lower this. Like I'll lower this to like as little as I can. That's what I like to do. Boom. And you're good. And you literally like cannot even, you could probably tell, but most people can't. Press A to bring it all into UV editing. And make sure you're in edit mode, pressing tab. Now if you select everything, it obviously won't show up because you didn't unwrap it yet. I almost freaked myself out. So first I'm going to unwrap the fluff. So I'm just click L while hovering the fluff. And I'll press U and then project from view. Okay, so once you do this, let me make this easier. So once you go in edit mode, press L while hovering whatever you want to select, which in my case is the fluff right now. And then you're going to press U and then project from view. Once you do that, it'll show up over here, and then you just drag it out of the way by using the circle or using the arrows or just pressing G. And then you can hide it over here so it's not in your way, but since there's not a lot of stuff, I'm just not going to do that. So hiding is H, and to bring it back is Alt H. Okay, now I'm going to do the hood. Just click L. And then U, project from view, same thing. Move it out of the way. Make sure it's not on top of the other one, obviously. Ears, you can select them both since they are the same thing. If you want them to be different colors, for example, then don't select them together, obviously. Project and view. Put them over here. Okay, so if I want the whole bow to be the same color, I'll obviously just select it all together and then project and view. But in my case, I want it to have the sides as the same color and then the middle a different color. So I'll unwrap this separately. And say that you want one side of the bow pink, the other side blue, and this side green. Just do it all individually. So once we did this, I'm going to click A. And if you click off, just click A, and it'll select it all again. Just move it. I'm just going to rotate it so it's easier to see. Do the ball, U, view, move it out of the way. Okay, last but not least is the face. So since I just have an eye, I'm just going to do this. U, project and view. Now, this is the thing that you'd want to be the biggest. The face should be the biggest since you can draw your eyes and stuff without, having to really zoom in. So you should try to make your face the biggest on your graph. Okay, so if that doesn't really make sense, I'm gonna explain this. So press A to select everything over here. So have your cursor over here, press A. Okay, once you did that, all this stuff will show up. So if you press A here, so if you press A here, you'll move everything, and you don't want to do that. You just want to select one thing at a time. So I'm just gonna move the eye first because that's what I want to be the biggest. And it doesn't have to be this big, just the biggest out of everything because you want to add detail. And I'm just gonna move everything around it. So basically, your whole thing is to fit everything on here, which I only have a couple stuff, so it'll be pretty easy for me. Sorry. Just try to remember because these two look the same. I'm gonna since this is the bow and this is the ear, I'm gonna add the ball of the bow. Oh, and by the way, to select all, you can just do this or just click L while hovering it. And make sure proportional editing is off because if it's on, this will happen. It'll all move together. Make sure it's off. And then I'm just going to put the bow like circle down here so I'll remember this is the bow, this is the ears. And click A to highlight everything over here. Click UV, export UV layout, and then save it. So here it is, looking very gray, as you could tell. Okay, so to color this, you want to make a new layer, put it underneath layer 1, and then color it how you like. Just make sure to color over the lines a little bit, like this, so it'll not have like lines. Okay, so I just decided to do a really quick like Valentine's Day type of design. I know it's Christmas time, but it's whatever. So I just drew the hearts over here, but for example, you wanted a more complex texture, you can always just import a texture. Okay, so before you export it, make sure that you put your drawings over top the lines, or else you will have literal lines on your model, which you do not want. You don't replace your original unwrap because that's just like, you'd probably want it if you want to make changes. Once you get into Blender, you want to click A and then do Control J to merge everything, and then make sure to auto smooth again so it doesn't like break. Just move this up all the way, and you're gonna want to go. Okay. So make sure you have everything merged, and then go up here into shading, press new, and then go over here where it says add texture, image texture, and drag color to base color. Press open, and then open your drawn image. Now, okay. So, as you can tell, mine is very cute. But there is one issue. This side is all stretched and doesn't have this texture. So, when you're doing a texture, you're going to want to unwrap just normally, not project on view, because I was looking at it this way. So, my view was this way, right? So, in UV editing, when doing the hood, you're going to, want to do unwrap, so it's like this because this is the entire hood. So you can actually fix it. I didn't know you could fix it, but I guess you can. So I'm just gonna do that. I think it's sideways, so I'm gonna rotate it. That's weird. It's like sideways. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why it's like that. Was kind of cute though. Little spots, I guess. So it's kind of hard. You gotta mess with it. I've never had that issue. But yeah, so here's my final thing. It's kind of cute. I like that my little eye, my little Cyclops kitty. And then you can bring your little model back to wear it. And it's so cute. So that's all done. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'm gonna try to do more tutorials. I've literally tried to do a hood tutorial probably like 10 times now. I keep messing up. It keeps like having audio issues and just other stuff. So if you want more tutorials, please let me know. It'll be greatly appreciated. And thank you for watching.